Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Expert Division in the Silver State Tournament. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, visit golfclashtommy.com for elevation adjustment and more Golf Clash related content. Subscribe to patreon.com/golfclashtommy if you do want to get updated text guides. There is an October special coming out. Check it out. Also, everybody, in this playthrough you will see me dropping a lot of shots. Hole 1, hole 4, hole 5, hole 6, hole 7, hole 8, and then we got the eagle hole on hole 9. So if this would be the qualifying round, it would have been a minus 18, but obviously hard to replicate. But the thing that I want to bring forward with that is like, I found some really good adjustments. Follow them, ask if you do have any questions, and I will be happy to help. And so I think, yeah, let's go. Hole number 1. And you're going to see two shots here, like two different ways. First, the one where we play aggressive. And that's a way we're going to play with a 10% extra power 5 ball and a driver with minimum 6 bars of topspin. I would rather see us going with more topspin, like and like for example Thor Summer level 6 or a POC 7, something like that. That would be obviously be better, because now we need to be a little bit lucky. We do have a straight crosswind, and with a perfect shot in overpower we will be having the chance getting it over the bunker and the sand and rolling nicely towards the green. That's obviously not going to be like a consistent way, but it's going to be a way for you that might, okay, I can't dial this one in from distance anyway, so let's go full blast and hope for the best. From the bunker you can obviously reach for the green, and then you can, then you can drop it from the sand as well. But if you do want to lay up, I start here with a power 2 ball like Katana, and we'll play with 9.7. We're going to play with 10% extra, and I'm playing this one with 5 bars of topspin and also as much side spin to the right possible. The thing that happens here now is like I'm getting dangerously close here to the rough on the top, and obviously we do not want to drop that one or to get that one to roll into the rough. Second shot here, 10% extra as well, and now we go for the rough bump. And here the side spin is very, very valuable. Ball guideline to the hole, or like let's say like this, slightly through the hole, so you compensate for the slight headwind that we're having here together with the crosswind. So, and this is going to be all from 4 bars topspin to 2 to the 1 bar topspin to 3 bars topspin as we're having here, depending on the distance with your driver. Max side spin to the left, and then we're going to adjust and take our shot. Why do I go for the rough bump instead of bouncing towards the pin? That rough bump there on the side is actually the more consistent of the rough bumps there is. And it comes in and has kind of like this funnel shape of form that gets us towards the hole. Obviously you can bounce it towards the pin as well if that is something you feel more comfortable with. But I would definitely point out the rough bump as a very good opportunity. Hole number 4, here we play with the sniper. Blue ring by the bunker, blue ring by the top of the rough there. And we're playing with max side spin to the left and 3.5 bar topspin. I would like you to go with a little bit more topspin, like not 4, but slightly less than 4 bars. We play with a kingmaker, 40% extra, 40. And we are, in that case, going to use medium distance of our club. Then we're going to use approximately 75% of the ball outside the adjustment ring to the left. We get the ball to bounce and we get the ball to roll, and as you can see we are dead straight on the pin, like on the hole there, but we go a little bit short. Therefore, not 3.5, go with a little bit more. Hole number 3, this hole I would honestly consider be kind of the most uninteresting hole here. I do not really like the inconsistent second shot that we're having. So first, as much topspin that you can, combined with as much side spin to the right. Here I play with a power 2 ball to show that it is possible, and that we don't have to play with a power 3 ball if we are not having a bunch of them. Obviously, if you have a bunch of kingmakers, then use kingmaker instead. Max side spin right, max top, 10% extra. And then we're going to get the ball to roll up here. And obviously, we do have the tree there to the right, as you can see there on the game screen. But it's not going to be that much in the way, because we're going to play on the left side. And if it would be that bad that we would be having the tree just completely in our face, then we would obviously use the side spin to kind of being able to go around the tree with our target and then do fine. This is going to miss left. This is once again a very inconsistent bounce towards the pin. I do not see ourselves dropping this one that much, but you never know. The second shot though is 10% extra, so the drive 10% extra, second shot 10% extra, that one as well. And then you know, we never know. We might gonna get it in the hole at some point, but you know, very rare albatross in my opinion. Hole number 4, rough bump time, and here I have a simple 1-to-1 adjustment for you. 2.5 bar backspin first and 1 bar side spin to the right. The ball guide line through the hole, through the pin or whatever you can call it. Then yellow ring just outside the rough line there. And then we're going to play 1-to-1 plus 0.5. So 1-to-1 means that we take the wind, then that's 7.6, and then we add 0.5, which gives us 8.1. That's how many rings we are going to play. Let's pretend we would be having 9.0 wind. We would be playing that one 9.5 rings. And this one dead center, perfect. We get it in the hole for an hole-in-one. That will for sure be dropping a decent amount of hole-in-ones in this tournament in my opinion. Hole number 5, and now we're going to play up to the right. And the reason I choose the right, look at the wind here. I would like to have as straight wind as possible, straight headwind as possible in my face for the second shot. So therefore I'm choosing to play on the right, as once again that the wind in that case will be very helpful for the second shot. 10% extra for the drive here, and we're using 2 to 3 bars side spin left and around 2 to 3 bars top spin here, because if we're using more top spin we're going to risk going into the sand there, as you can see on top. Second shot, 20% extra. There is a rough bump here as well, so for those that do want to go for the rough bump, you go for the rough bump. For those that don't want to go for the rough bump and want to go with a regular shot like this, where we bounce on the fairway towards the pin, then you play like this. I'm using 1 bar backspin. I would say 1.5 bar would be a little bit better, as we're gonna come in a little bit hot, but I played medium distance with a 20% over adjustment, and in this case with Thorn level 8 it's 4 rings. Getting the ball to bounce very nicely here on the fairway, and I think it's very important here that we try to find the wind in a way that we do want. Nicely I take the back end of the cup, dropping that one for another eagle here on hole number 5. Hole number 6, and we're gonna play in the center. 6 bars top spin. It's an absolute minimum, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not have 6 bars top spin, I would suggest that you play up to the left. If you in that case might not have a general driver with 6 bars, but you might have the big topper even in a lower level, use the big topper. Power 3 ball will get you to maximum distance of that club, and then you can use the top spin of the big topper to get over to the center. Unfortunately I don't have a big topper shot here, but it's basically the same as I'm playing here now. Aim close to the rough, 6 top, as much side spin to the left possible, and around half a ball of curl. I would go with a little bit more, and I'm actually happy that I do this on this scenario. 75% of the ball outside. We could go with a little bit more, but I do want to make sure that I have room for a great left. Get the ball to roll out on the fairway. Yardage notes, super important, 335. And for those that did watch this shot earlier, 335 in my book is going to be medium distance. So, and medium distance is going to be played without any elevation. And we play this one with around 1 bar of a backspin, a little bit less than 1 bar. But I would say going forward there, I would like to go with a full bar of backspin, because we are going to come in a little bit hot. This is a good chance making an albatross from distance, and I believe once again being able to get to that center fairway using and working with yardage notes, then you're definitely going to have a big opportunity dropping this one from distance. We're hitting the ball perfect. The ball comes in nicely. We bounce in the rough. Gets up there, coming in a little bit hot once again, but we're taking the pin, and we got the albatross. Nice! So, hole number 7 here, and there is another rough bump. A lot of rough bump on the Milano, but you know, we love it. We're gonna play this one with 4.5 bar backspin. I would honestly say that we could almost go with a little bit more backspin, like 4, not 5, but a little bit less than 4 and little bit less than 5, then we're gonna be fine. I play this one 1 to 1 minus 0.2, so I'm playing this one 8.7 reins. So it's a medium distance, 10% extra, so 1 to 1 minus 0.2 playing with a power 3 ball. Very important to remember. We bounce there, we get it in the hole, but you know, in the end, would that double bounce go in if we would be having it a little bit unlucky? Would it maybe be better with a little bit more backspin? Something for you to decide. I think that I would add a click more to just make sure I'm not getting a double bounce in the hole I want the ball to roll. Hole number 8, 10% extra. The plan here for me is not to get the ball to bounce over the rough and the sand. I want it to bounce in the rough, roll out on the fairway. Reason being is because once again I'm working with yardage notes. We have a straight shot here for the first one, we have a straight shot for the pin for the second one, and then it's very important to get a consistent distance with your drive. So why try to bounce over when that yardage, if so, going to be very inconsistent? I'd rather take a safe drive, max top, max left side spin and some curl, getting it to around 350 yards. When we play for 348 yards, we're still going to play medium distance. And this isn't entirely medium distance, but we have a crosswind. And when you have a crosswind, the ball is going to be more affected, not where it's going to bounce the first time, but where it's going to bounce the second time. So the ball is going to go like bounce on the point, but then it's going to bounce more left as the wind comes right to left. No elevation, medium distance from 348. And then we're going to take our shot. And also using, you know, all from no to 1 bar of backspin. You don't need more. And another twist with this one is that I do want the ball to bounce on the fairway before the green, not on the green, due to inconsistency. And like due to consistency, want it to bounce on the fairway instead of the green. So, hole number 9, you do want to have wind above 11. So here you do have an advantage if you have snow globes as a backup, because sometimes you're gonna have down to 9 miles per hour with a berserker, and then you cannot reach over. That's not possible. So therefore, in this case, I'm using a berserker due to me having a very high wind. But once again, if the wind would be falling short or like falling low, then I would be playing with a snow globe instead, just so I get the distance. Max topspin, which is 6 bars, and as much side spin to the right possible. And I'm aiming for this spot here. I want the ball to get out there to the right, because there we actually have an open fairway. We do have rough and bunker being very much in the way on the left side, so I'm trying to go right. And then second shot, I'm using max backspin on the garden here, which is a little bit too much. You need to take off 2 bars, as I kind of miscalculate how much the backspin will act here on the fairway. We still hit the fairway, but once again we have too much backspin, and that's obviously a problem. Still, from the sand there, we are going to have a possibility, very short sandwich or rough iron. I'm going for the dunk, getting it in, getting the eagle here on hole number 9, which is a super nice bonus. So elevation, hole 9, 10% for the drive, nothing for second shot and nothing for third shot. So, and once again in this playthrough, you have seen drop on hole 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then hole 9 as well. But can we count that as a drop as it's a par 5? We do that, honestly. And that's a lot of drops, obviously. It's only hole 2 and hole 3 where we do not have any drops there, which is 7 out of 9 that it's drops. And I hope this is going to help you. And make sure that you make a comment if you do have any questions in chat. And also in the comment section if you're not watching this one as a premiere. Thank you so much. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Good luck in the Silver State Tournament.